entrepreneurs is not restricted to the urban startups. Okay? Because we believe there is a large pool of entrepreneurs already existing in our country who are ignored. How many of you have heard about self-help groups? Women-led self-help groups, right? And do you know that how many such self-help groups are there in West Bengal? Only in West Bengal? 14,000? Any guess? No? If I tell you more than lakh self-help groups, more than 1 crore of women are associated with self-help movement in West Bengal only, and majority of these women are entrepreneurs. I don't think entrepreneur you can just tell them, okay, it's a very small entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur is equally good in their own rights because they are trying to create livelihood for themselves, for other people.
নমস্কার, আমি পবিশা চট্টোপাধ্যায়। আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত পবিশাস জ্ঞানে। পবিশাস জ্ঞানে আজকে আমরা প্রতি মাসের ন্যায় চলে এসেছি বিতে আরসি অগ্নি মলে বির মিট আপ কভার করতে। আজকে কত তারিখ? আজকে 23 মার্চ 2025, মানে মার্চ মাসের বি মিট আপ কভার করতে আমরা চলে এসেছি বিতে। চলো আমরা ভিতরে যাই এবং গিয়ে দেখি আজকে কি কি হচ্ছে। আজকে আপনাদেরকে আরো বলে রাখতে চাই, আজকে আমাদের চিফ গেস্ট বীর ইভেন্টের মিট আপের কে উনি হলেন ডক্টর শুভ্রাংশু সান্যাল। উনি সিইও হলো IIM ক্যালকাটা ইনোভেশন পার্কের। তাহলে আজকে ওনার বক্তব্য, ওনার থট প্রসেস, ওনার ইনোভেশন পার্ক IIM ক্যালকাটা, যেখানে আমরা সবাই ইনকিউবেটর হতে চাই, সেখানকার গল্প আমরা শুনবো এবং সেই জন্য আমরা ভিতরে চলে যাই। তাছাড়া বিজনেস স্পিচেস আছে, সেই বিজনেস স্পিচগুলোকেও কিভাবে ওরা দিচ্ছে, কোন কোন কোম্পানি আসছে সেগুলো শুনবো। তো আমরা ভিতরে চলে যাই, ভিতরে গিয়ে দেখি। নমস্কার, আমি পবিশা চট্টোপাধ্যায়।
সবাইকে নমস্কার। আমার খুব ভালো লাগছে। I didn't expect that there are so many people coming together and this is the entrepreneurship network. So this is really very, very encouraging to see such a gathering. I really don't have anything to say as such. In fact, I came here to meet you because when I heard from the organizers that there is a group of entrepreneurs from all over West Bengal came together and created this ecosystem. So I was so happy and I thought that I must come and meet all of you. Because this is something which I was also wondering that where are the entrepreneurs? Where can I find the entrepreneurs? Because we do various programs, various support system is there. But then the people for whom all these facilities, all this support system is there, sometimes we really struggle to find them. So it happens now that on one side the help is there, on the other side the need is there, but then the bridge is not there. So I think this probably can be the bridge which can make it happen. So I'll just do a quick introduction of what about myself, about the organization I represent, and then I'll stop there, maximum 5 minutes, and then if you have any specific question, anything which I'll be able to answer, I'll be happy to share with you. Okay? And I'm assuming that all of you are here to take your dreams forward, right? To scale up your business, to make it big. So if any pointers I can give you or help you, I think that would be very good. So let me first introduce myself. I am Subhrangshu. I currently head the innovation park within IIM Calcutta. It's called IIM Calcutta Innovation Park. But my background, South Pointer, nursery to class 12. Okay.
Sir, I have to take some time.
So 91 pass out HS. So probably you can now relate. Then Jadavpur 95 pass out. Then corporate for around 8 years or so. Left my job, did my PGDM from IIM Calcutta. Again back to the job world. Did my PhD in between. While I left my job, tried to do my own startup. At that time, the word startup I was not aware. So it was just like trying to build my own business. First time, 1.5 years, that much I could sustain. Tried again, 3 times. Was not much successful, but great learning. After that, this entity was coming up within IIM Calcutta, which is Innovation Park. It's a separate company created by IIM Calcutta, specifically to support startups, entrepreneurs. So I thought it's a great opportunity to come back to my alma mater and help this noble cause, because it is not only, it's not a job, it's actually a startup for startups, that's how we call it. That I failed several times, but I at least know what are the pain points, what are the challenges that I faced when I failed. So if we can do our bit to support the startups so that they don't fail because of those reasons which are already known, that I think create a lot of impact in the society and the country. So that is my journey. Last 10 years I am with this organization, and this is the longest stint with any organization. I primarily work with TCS, Tomlinson and all, I mean various parts of the world. But this has been the most exciting journey so far, and I am enjoying every day. Now about the Innovation Park, now you know we are a business incubator, you know what we do, right? But then there are, I think, close to 700, 800 business incubators in the country. Okay? Now how we are different? What is our focus area? Let me talk about that. Again, I think it's very important that, as I told you, that we are also like a startup for startups, right? And I believe there was a pitch which was happening, which I missed. So let me try to do an elevator pitch to you. 1 minute elevator pitch about what we do. Okay, so it starts like this. You know that 90% of the startups fail, right? That's a global statistics. And the top reason why most of them fail is, number one, they are trying to solve a problem which does not exist. They run out of cash. They are unable to build a strong, capable team to scale up. These are some of the top few reasons why startups fail. But we feel that these challenges can be addressed so that the probability of failure can come down. It cannot be eliminated. With that vision, we have created our offerings which will help startups through. And before that, let me also talk about why this happens. Why you are trying to solve a problem which does not exist. Sounds very funny, right? But this is the top reason. Why you are unable to achieve the product market fit. Why you fail to scale up. We again figured out the root causes being people who are like first generation entrepreneurs. They lack knowledge about various aspects of business. Number two, every business is different. If you are doing a food tech startup, your business is very different from other food tech startups. You have your own style of business, own challenges to solve. For that, the general knowledge or generic kind of input doesn't help. You need some mentoring, specific focused handholding, which will help you to navigate through the day-to-day challenges. This is number two. Number three is only Gyannn doesn't help. Even to implement the Gyannn, you need some money. Why do you find money? When I see most of the startups who are early stage chasing sequels of the world, you can chase for 100 years, you will never get funding. The reason again is awareness and knowledge. Which funder to approach, at what stage, and how much money I can practically expect from that funder, what kind of deal I can expect from the funder. All this information is there, but not the young startups or the new startups are not aware of it. We try to bring it in a package and help the startups. That's what we try to do. So far what we have done, we have supported more than 1,000 startups in terms of mentoring, handholding for the last 10 years. Incubated more than 250 startups all over India, national level, with a very strong focus in East and Northeast, because this is the region which is underserved. Everybody is focusing on, the regions, right? Bangalore, NCR, Mumbai region, Chennai, Hyderabad, that part. But nobody is focusing on East and Northeast. Northeast is worse. If you talk about Kolkata, still there is a natural pool. So we said that if you really want to support the startups, we should rather go to the underserved region and support them. That is the reason large percentage of our startups that we have supported are from East and Northeast. Okay? And we also feel that we should not stay inside the campus and try to help the startups. So, 2/3 of my team is actually outside the campus, located at various parts of East and Northeast. In Guwahati, in Shillong, earlier we also used to operate in Arunachal, in Patna. Because if we don't stay close to the entrepreneur, we will not be able to solve their problem. So this is our philosophy. We also do seed funding whenever we get that opportunity to get some fund. We give it to the startups. So far we have around 130 startups so far. And the startups cumulative market valuation will be close to 8,000 crores, the market valuation. We also have a small percentage of equity in this startup. See, monetize, that will give us some return also. We got around 3 exits. The 4th exit might happen very soon. They are chasing us. We are not willing to take exit. Around 4x kind of a average return we have got. So we have seen the entire cycle from fundraising, funding to exits also. So we have learned a lot of lessons, positive, negative, which we feel has prepared us to provide a much better guidance to the startup so far. But still we are learning, every day is a new day. Current funding scenario is very different from what used to happen 5 years back. Okay? And I'm sure this is not going to be the end. There will be more cycles coming and we'll be learning every cycle. So that's what we do. And one very special aspect that I would really like to mention to you is our definition of entrepreneurs is not restricted to the urban startups. Okay? Because we believe there is a large pool of entrepreneurs already existing in our country who are ignored. How many of you have heard about self-help groups? Women-led self-help groups, right? And do you know that how many such self-help groups are there in West Bengal? Only in West Bengal? 14,000? Any guess? No? If I tell you more than lakh self-help groups, more than 1 crore of women are associated with self-help movement in West Bengal only, and majority of these women are entrepreneurs. I don't think entrepreneur you can just tell them, okay, it's a very small entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur is equally good in their own rights because they are trying to create livelihood for themselves, for other people. So what we figured out, again over the years by accident, that there are entrepreneurs with tremendous potential in this segment also, and they are all women entrepreneurs. And nobody talks about them, nobody supports them. There is no such forum for them. Okay? So we did a program with them to support these people. We took 150 from West Bengal, 150 from Bihar, 150 from Assam. 3 underserved states, 450 women entrepreneurs, all from villages panchayats. You can understand the profile of the entrepreneurs. Actually 66,000 applied to be part of the program. Okay, this is the response at this level. After 18 months of the program, these 450 women entrepreneurs have created a cumulative revenue of 244 crores. You will see on an average 50 lakhs, close to 50 lakhs annual turnover. 13,500 jobs. Okay? And 60 are crorepati didis. And 27 of those crorepati didis are from West Bengal. So this is the potential of entrepreneurship. So when I talk about startups, for me, startup word is, okay, that's another type of entrepreneur. Entrepreneur for us is a very big term, holistic term. And I think India, the potential of entrepreneurship in India is not yet explored. Thanks to the media and the government initiative, the word startup is popular now. But I think the scope is so big, we have not even scratched the surface. So our job is to, like, what keeps us moving every day is to discover these new facets of entrepreneurship, which are big learning for me as well. So over the years, I never knew that this kind of segment exists in the country. So this is the ignorance from my side as well. But then I'm telling you, Indian entrepreneurs are super exciting. More and more you go to the grass level, you know actually what entrepreneurship is. Let me tell you the life of a rural entrepreneur, women entrepreneur. She wakes up at 4 o'clock, does her basic household activities. 7 o'clock, she takes the kids to school, prepares the kids for school. Then prepares the lunch. Then from 10 o'clock or so till 1 o'clock, she will do her work. When I'm talking about her work for her own business. Again, after 1 o'clock, she will go back, serve lunch, take care of the kids are back from school. Till 4 or 5 o'clock, she will again busy. Again, after 5 o'clock, again for 2 hours, she will get back to her business, do her work, come back. Again in the evening, take care. Even till late night, she will also do some work for her business from home. This is the life of a rural entrepreneur. Tell me who works as hard as this entrepreneur? Our expectation of funding and all, you will laugh if I tell you. But you know what? One significant difference I have seen between the startup entrepreneur and the women entrepreneur. If we ask them, Didi, কত টাকা চাই? She said, Dada, যদি 5 লাখ পাই, ভালো হয়. I think everybody can understand this bit of Bengali because I'm just talking what they are saying. কি করবেন 5 লাখ টাকা দিয়ে? অনেক টাকা তো. I just tell them, অনেক টাকা তো. Startups will laugh, 5 lakhs is nothing. হ্যাঁ দাদা অনেক টাকা। আমাদের গ্রামে না অত কাজ নেই। আমি তো এখনো 50টা লোক কাজ করছে, মেয়ে আমার সঙ্গে কাজ করছে। 5 লাখ টাকা পেলে আমি 120টা মেয়ের কাজ দিতে পারি। This is exactly what they say when we ask about funding, what is the utilization of funding? No valuation, nothing. And I'm telling you, this is not one entrepreneur. You ask randomly an entrepreneur, pick them up. পয়সা নিলে কি করবেন? ব্যবসা বাড়াবো, কেন বাড়াবো? I want to actually create more livelihood in my village. This is the kind of entrepreneurship which India needs. So I'm just giving you some examples. If you want to know more, I can give you actual case studies also, what's happening on ground. So I would request the startups here also to inculcate that kind of mindset that I am growing, but I also want the ecosystem to grow. And then I think that is going to be the real Viksit Bharat for all of us. And at IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, whatever we are doing, our main objective is that let's make India Viksit Bharat, leveraging the power of entrepreneurship and innovation. Without that, we will not happen. That's all from me. Any question later on?
Another important thing that Subhrangshu missed was this year in Shorosh Mela there was a complete stall from this self-help group women from IIM Calcutta, and I would really request when these are happening, all of you should visit that and also encourage them so that they also keep growing.
Alright, so do we have any questions from the room?
Funding.
Hi everyone. Hello sir, I am Rahul. Exactly 5 years ago on this state, there was a Techathon 11 happened in Patna under BEA, Bihar Entrepreneurship, and that time Gaurav Kapoorji was there. And I was wondering that what kind of startup should I start after having around 17 years of career in Infosys and Tata Steel. My wife told me just go, and because there was a newspaper edition and I was luckily that time in Patna due to Holi, and I just went. It was a 2-day program and we got randomly selected based on the pitch that I gave in 2 minutes. And since I have my idea just on the PPT and I had no company name, no registration, and I stood 4th in the second day. And that was the genesis of my company Amal Farm, which I now today hold proudly. Today we have crossed around 10 crores of revenue, totally bootstrapped, serving around 3,000 farmers across 7 states, improving their income by 30%. So thank you so much for igniting so many people.
Thank you. So this is like a bonus for all of us. We don't get paid well within the academia. Okay? But if you ask me what's our bonus, these are the things which keeps us moving. Are you attending the Bihar Accelerator program? No? Okay, we are doing an accelerator program at Bihar, and we are just for knowledge of everybody. So there will be multiple rounds. The first round has started. We have selected a cohort of 20, I think, 18 or 20. So we are selecting, we are launching, or we have already launched an accelerator program in West Bengal with the MSME department. It's live. So the selection is going on in terms of, so please apply, okay? You can go to our website iimcip.org and you'll get the link to please apply. And if selected, we'll select a cohort of around 20 to 25, but there will be multiple rounds. If not selected this round, will be selected next round. And I know these are the stories which inspires us. Actually, you inspired me. Thank you.
Right, do we have any questions?
Hello sir, good evening. Sir, my question is, let's say आपके पास 10 applications आए हैं, all are making an impact. Startups are making impact, 10 के 10. अब सब लोग impact create कर रहे हैं, but आपके पास option है कि आप 3 startup select करोगे. तो after the impact, after the problem solution, what are the things you notice before you incubate them? Like, is it the founder market fit? Is it their market size? Anything? What is that? Except the problem solution.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. See, we follow a model. If you can close your eyes and imagine a Venn diagram. One circle is innovation, the second circle is business model, the third circle is social impact. And the intersection of these 3 circles is what we look for. Okay? Even if you want to create impact, if you don't have an innovative model to create impact, this impact will not sustain. That is the NGO model. NGOs are creating impact, but there is no innovation in the way what they are doing, right? And what is the difference between an NGO and a social enterprise? Means a social enterprise startup, because they are having innovation and a business model plus the social impact. So this, if you can visualize this Venn diagram, now you know what is our sweet spot. Plus, founder is always there. The founding team is always there for whatever business you select. That is the underlying, that is the hygiene. Without a good founder, no business can operate. But then, characteristics of our business is innovation, business model, and social impact, the intersection of this thing. A intersection, B intersection, C. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. I just want to know few specific things. One is that we are social entrepreneurs, as we do in village adoptions. When we build roads, community centers, and schools, we have a lot of women, as you said. And there's the same thing that I have also heard, that please give us money so that I can employ 5 more people. Absolutely. I want to know something, that when we are having this self-help group of 15 people, let's say, working with our organization, the problem that I have faced is a technology issues. So they are not yet trained that much to run under automation, because our operation is across 13 states. And we have a very beautiful model of merging social entrepreneurship and NGO model. What we do is, we rescue trafficked women across Bangladesh, South India and Mumbai. And we get this self-help group to train these women so that they can also get employed. So if you can help me navigate how we can work, or how IIM can incubate technological advancement to these women.
Obviously, technology is something which is absolutely essential now. But then if you look at the segment that you are talking about, okay, let me give you one example. You know about the Bengal handloom Tat industry in Pulia, Shantipur, that region, right? Now, what is the situation of that?
Almost dying.
Why is it so? Because people thought, let us include lot of technology, improve the production, right? So that we generate high volumes and can sell. But why it backfired? Because your capability to produce and the kind of unit price that you can, your unit economics, the kind of pricing that you are asking is much above what the big players who are using power looms can use. So you are not competitive anymore. Your biggest advantage, differentiator, was that handmade, correct? Instead of leveraging that differentiator and promoting it with a story, you have just gone the other side and tried to create run-of-the-mill kind of products. So I will not say technology, definitely some cases is required, but then if manual is a differentiator, you should sustain it and rather promote it and sell it for a premium. So I will not comment anything without understanding it, but what I'm saying is that the word technology, don't blindly use technology without understanding the relevance of that technology vis-a-vis the business model.
Try and ask your questions in 10 seconds only.
Yeah, hi, sir. I'm Vishal Agarwal. I'm the founder of Office. So we are working on building a virtual office software platform where we want to bring together teams on one online office so that they get the experience of working from the same room even if they're working remotely. So currently, like, we are facing some problems, some hurdles, like having the right team to build it quickly and actually launch the MVP to iterate quickly for customer feedback to find a proper product market fit. So I would like to know, like, how can IIM help in this case? And I was also thinking about how to get incubated and accelerate this process so that I can quickly launch and iterate.
Okay, first of all, we have some limitations. Okay, IIM is a business school. We don't have much technology competency like any IIT or Jadavpur would have. Okay, if you are planning to build a software or a platform and you need technology resources, we don't have that. So that's the reason our entry point is that you must have a validated prototype, because we don't have any lab or any validation mechanism within the institute campus to help you, right? So the entry criteria for incubation, as I told you, is a validated prototype or a proof of concept. If you are doing a service, then a proof of concept. So that, and you have control on the technology. Either you have a competent team or you have good technology advisors or mentors working with you. We don't want to take somebody for incubation and then figure out we cannot help you. So our limitations, our gaps are there, but then beyond that we'll be able to help. Okay? We'd rather prefer a little bit early customer validation kind of startups, because our main offering is scaling up. Yeah.
So where can I apply? Like,
our website is an apply link. Please apply. Somebody will reach out.
নমস্কার স্যার, আমার নাম অনিন্দ। আমি প্রথম ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল গভর্নমেন্টের যে প্রোগ্রামটা সেটার ব্যাপারে জানতে পারি অমিত রায় বলে একজনের থেকে, ক্রেজি টক ভেঞ্চার্স, আমার মেন্টর। তো যেহেতু এখানে বেশিরভাগ সবাই এখানকার স্টার্ট আপস, তো ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল গভর্নমেন্ট এবং IIM ক্যালকাটা ইনোভেশন পার্ক যে প্রোগ্রামটা করছে ওটার ব্যাপারে একটু ডিটেলে যদি বলেন। আপনি ওয়েবসাইটটা অবশ্যই বলেছেন, বাট একটু ডিটেলে কত দিনের, কোন ধরনের স্পেসিফিক, যদি কোনো কমার্শিয়াল থাকে কারা যেতে পারে, কোনো স্পেসিফিক কোটার ব্যাপার আছে কিনা, এবং ইন ডিটেলে ওই স্পেসিফিক প্রোগ্রামটা।
Sure.
ধন্যবাদ।
Good point. Since this is an acceleration, it is not incubation, it is an acceleration program. The objective is to scale up. Why we are doing it? Because we feel that from Bengal we need to quickly create some success stories, right? Which will also, maybe also from districts, which will motivate a large number of youngsters to take it up, right? But then if you start early, it will take a lot of time, at least a year it takes to even get a product market fit. So for this acceleration program, the target is that you have a solution already, okay? Maybe early revenue. How can we help you to scale up and maybe reach the investor? If your business is investable, not mandatory that it has to be investable. And if you can raise funds in maybe 1 year's time, 6 months' time, that would definitely be a success story. So the entry, you understand what is the entry level we are expecting. We are expecting, but again, we are not expecting very old startups. Let's say 5 years is the limit. Then validated prototype, as I said, or better preferred would be early revenue, or at least some initial revenue. Must be innovative. It should not be businesses like a trading business, very me too kind of businesses. Would prefer some innovation in whatever you are doing. It can be innovation, it not be always in a product. It can be in a business model or can be in the process, doesn't matter. And that's it. The program would be roughly for 3 to 4 months, okay? After we select, you will be with us for 3 to 4 months. So there will be 3 boot camps, which are like on-site training workshops happening at IIM Calcutta, if we get the rooms. Otherwise, whatever, in Kolkata only. And then everybody will have a mentor from our pool of experts. Okay? And then you will also have an opportunity to pitch to investors from that pool. And then if there are certain, not everybody will get interest from the investor. Whoever gets interest from the investor, because the day the investor starts talking to you, it takes at least 6 months to get the check, right? There are multiple stages, minimum. Due diligence, lot of everything happens. So for those startups, let's say 10% of those startups get serious interest. We'll handle them in the for the fundraising process also, wherever they need guidance. Term sheet, all those. These are all big puzzles, right? When you get a term sheet, so we help demystify those term sheets, help you with that. So that additional support they will get. So this is the overall. The objective is that how can you scale up, and if you need funding, if you are fundable, how can you connect to the right investor and get funding. Even you will be eligible for our own funding pool also if we have it. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. See, we are 4-year-old now. We run a market research organization, started from Calcutta. Now we are all across India, and we grew substantially from 0 to around 17-18 crore now. Now the problem is, now we could clearly see for last 1.5 years that we are slowing down the growth process. We are growing. This year also we will grow around 35-40%. But now this very key thing, the funding and how to fund, as very typically, all government projects, etc., they eye on product-based thing, and very typically in Bengal, manufacturing startups have been given all the priorities. Service startups, banks are also not coming up. So what finally after 3 years we got something. But the question is what next? And we know where we want to go, but will you be able to help us? That mentoring process, because to create that kind of an organization from a regular private limited company to an organization where really venture cap VCs would come and will show interest. It's a journey, right? So we would be able to help us. Is it possible?
See, first of all, it has to be through one of our programs, because we have a very small team. So that way, like a random support would not be possible. But then one suggestion that maybe similar events, even you can do something like we do one program with the Department of Science and Technology West Bengal called Idea Clinic. Every month this Idea Clinic happens. Startups who are working with some technology can go and share your idea and the challenges, and then there's a pool of advisors who are there, and we also have a representative there who gives some suggestions on the next steps, right? So there is a process like that. So similarly it can happen, okay? Maybe every month we can have 10 such startups who we select for 5 or 10, whatever, for such discussions. So, but then that needs to be organized and structured, then it can happen, okay? Specific to your question, I really don't know about your business and all. So is it primarily B2G? You work with government?
No, we work absolutely B2B.
Okay.
Regionally large corporates.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. So, but definitely some discussions can happen. You are only 4 years old, but then you have done really well. But why VCs? Because see, some models, this is for everybody, okay? Not every business model is VC fundable. Try to understand that, okay? Yeah, so that's the reason I didn't make that comment. Maybe your business model is not VC fundable, but it can be a damn good business, okay? So don't get disheartened if your business model is not VC fundable, because VCs have certain needs, and your business may not be able to satisfy those needs. Doesn't mean that your business has a flaw. And don't think that if you get VC funded, that's the best kind of business that can exist in the world. I think this kind of mindset, please, just get rid of that mindset. Okay? So if you are talking about VC fundable business only, then I think we are seriously narrowing down the segment of entrepreneurs. Okay? Maybe we can talk some other day that what are the things probably that would attract the VCs, also look from their perspective, okay? So my advice would be that if you are not VC fundable, don't worry. But
We don't know actually.
yeah, actually you don't know, right? Okay, that discussion can happen if it happens in a structured way. Yes.
Right, quick, last two
Sir, I'm from Juxta Network, we're a deep tech startup. দেখেছি যে যারা রুরাল এন্টারপ্রেনার আছেন, যে সেলফ হেল্প গ্রুপ বলছেন, তারা টেকনোলজি অ্যাডাপশন একদমই করছেন না, বা তাদের একটা মেন্টাল ব্লকেজ আছে। তো আমরা আমাদের এআই টেকনোলজি যেটা ডেভেলপ করেছি তার থ্রু দিয়ে আমরা অটোমেট করতে পেরেছি বিভিন্ন কিছু টাস্ককে। তো এই টাস্কটাকে অটোমেশনটাকে আমরা এটাকে ফিল্ডে ট্রায়াল করতে চাইছি একটা লার্জ স্কেলে আর কি, যেটা আপনাদের হেল্প ছাড়া বা গভর্নমেন্টের হেল্প ছাড়া সম্ভব নয়। তো এটা আপনার থেকে আমরা কি টাইপের সাহায্য পেতে পারি?
দেখো, do you know which department these SHGs are under? Which department do you know?
MSME department?
No, that's not MSME. That is Ministry of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj. Okay, and the specific name is State Rural Livelihood Mission, SRLM. Okay, in Bengal there is another name called Anando Dhara. Anando Dhara is the name of that State Rural Livelihood Mission. You must go and meet the CEO or deputy CEO of Anando Dhara, present your solution, and trust me, the government is also desperately looking for solutions to such problems.
তো স্যার IIM এর যে প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আছে আমরা অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি আর কি, আপনাদের যেটা MSME যেটা আছে,
We will see if you.
তো তার থ্রু দিয়ে কি কোনো হেল্প পাওয়া যেতে পারে ব্যাপারে?
Like if you are selected, when you do the mentoring and all, these are the things we should figure out. That what help you need, how it can be connected. That's all.
ওকে স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Alright, guys.
আজকের আপনাদের ভিডিওটা কেমন লাগলো অবশ্যই জানান, এবং আপনাদের যদি ভিডিওটা ভালো লেগে থাকে তাহলে অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন, লাইক করবেন, শেয়ার করবেন আপনাদের ফ্যামিলি অ্যান্ড ফ্রেন্ডসদের সাথে। কোন ফ্রেন্ডসদের সাথে করবেন? যারা এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপে ইন্টারেস্টেড, যারা ফার্স্ট জেনারেশন এন্টারপ্রেনিউর, এবং যারা এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপ করতে করতে বা বিজনেস করতে করতে একটু স্টাক হয়ে গেছে, তাদেরকে অবশ্যই এই ভিডিওগুলো দেখাবেন। অনেক নতুন তথ্য আছে যেটা তাদের খুব কাজে লাগবে, এবং পারলে আপনারা মিটার নেক্সট মান্থে আসবেন। তাহলে আজকের মতো চলি, অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে ভুলবেন না। নমস্কার। নমস্কার, আমি পবিশা চট্টোপাধ্যায়।